What's up guys, and thanks for watching my newest video. My name is Rich Gordon and I'm a music teacher, and some of you might recognize me from my rhythm clapping videos, and thank you so much to everybody who's been watching those on YouTube, and thanks for subscribing to my channel. But this video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to break down the music from the popular game Among Us, and I'm going to show you how to recreate that music using instruments that you might find in a band or orchestra. But while I'm showing you all the notes and rhythms that you need to recreate that awesome and creepy soundtrack, make sure you pay attention because I want to see if you can figure out which one of us is the imposter. Okay, so when you play the game Among Us, you might notice that the game contains very little music, and most of the time you're walking around with nothing but the sounds of your footsteps and a low rumble of the ship's engines. Sometimes if you want to set that scary mood, the best thing to do is to use no music at all so it feels more realistic. Choosing the right music or picking your moments to have no music is extremely important when you're designing a game or a movie, and you can imagine how different playing Among Us would feel if you were walking around with music like this. So, even though there's no music in Among Us while you're walking around and completing tasks, there is some really cool and creepy music on the title screen, and there's also some creepy sound effects when you get ready to start the game. So today we're going to talk about how to create those sounds using acoustic instruments. And when I say acoustic instruments, I'm talking about instruments that do not need to be plugged in. So no electric guitar or synthesizers, nothing that needs electricity. Basically, I'm going to show you how to create this using instruments that you would find in a band or orchestra. So let's get started by creating the sound from when you start the game. Okay, so if we want to create this effect, we need to complete 3 tasks. The trombone player will need to play a glissando from C to B, which means you'll need to slide your hand out while you're playing from 6th to 7th position, or 1st to 2nd if you're using the trigger. The concert bass drum player will need to strike the drum 1 time, but you'll need to line that up with the 2nd note of the trombone player's glissando. And the claves player will need to play 8 notes, but you'll need to slow down and put more space between them as you go, making the effect seem more random. So when you put all 3 of those parts together, you get this really cool effect. Now that sound effect helps to create a suspenseful sound that sets the tone and— wait a minute. Red, are you a ghost already? Emergency meeting. Okay guys, so now it's time to talk about the music from the title screen. And whether you're talking about a movie or a game, the first sounds that you hear are so important because they set the tone for the entire experience. And in this case, the designers did a great job of combining some sounds that are both simple and suspenseful, and let's talk about how to recreate that soundtrack. Okay, let's recreate the music from the title screen, and once again we'll have to complete 3 tasks. We'll start with the concert bass drum, and we'll play a simple repeating 8th note pattern that sounds a little bit like a heartbeat. We're going to set the metronome to 90 beats per minute and then play the first 2 8th notes of each measure. This is another common technique for movie and video game music to create suspense. For the second task, we'll need 2 chords, and we're going to play each chord for 2 measures, a G minor chord and a D flat minor chord. Today we're going to play this on wind instruments, but you could also play this on keyboard or string instruments. Of course, wind instruments can only play 1 note at a time, but if you'd like to pause this screen, you can pick 1 note from the first column and 1 note from the second column. Once you have your 2 notes, don't forget to add some dynamics and decrescendo every 2 measures, and then just repeat the pattern over and over. The third task is to create some of those creepy random high-pitched notes, so for that we're going to use a flute or a set of bells, and you can even play it on a piano. There's a bunch of these random high-pitched sound effects in the music, so we'll just do 3 of them. First, play C, D flat, B, and C. Next, play A flat, G, G flat, and F. The third one is my favorite because it reminds me of the song Ring Around the Rosie, which is one of the creepiest songs that you could put into a suspenseful movie or game. And now we'll just put all three parts together to create our title screen music. Alright guys, I'm sure some of you figured that out ahead of time, but did you catch all 5 of the clues and hidden messages in this video that told you that Orange was the imposter? If you didn't, go back and watch the video and I'm sure you'll catch something that you missed. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of the music from Among Us, and if you like this video, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and of course, if you're interested in learning more about music, watch my rhythm clapping videos. As always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you again next time.